Alright, and we're back. Today's video, we're going to see if we can figure out a spot to mount this Fuelpack 4 and get it loaded, at least with a base tune. Today's actually 64 degrees right now here, but the rest of this week it's going to be cold and rainy. So we're going to see if we can at least get this installed. Of course, I don't know when I'll be able to do an auto tune on it. Again, because of the way the weather's coming. So, but for right now, we're going to start to remove the side cover, because that's where the 6-pin connector is supposed to be, under this left side. As you can see, I already had the seat removed. And I had to remove my heat shields that I put on in a previous video that you guys may have seen, because they actually go up against and cover the side covers on each side. So I had to remove the rear bolt, the rear tank bolt, so I could get to the side cover to get it off. So let's pull this off now and let's see where we're at. Pretty sure I left enough slack for my for the switch for the LED light kit that he had put on. I put that on-off switch. That's another video down in the bottom here. So it's just a simple push button on-off switch. So, but I believe there's enough room to be able to work here. So let's see. That's the back, and as you know, you have grommets there in the front. All right, very good. So there's more than enough room for that to hang right there. I believe you're seeing it here. Yeah, so the side cover's hanging nice, and this should be the connector right here. So the idea, though, is I plug in that Fuelpack 4. Yep, that's the connector. Where is this going to ride? Is there going to be enough room up here for that to fit back together? So I guess the next order of business is for me to open this FP4, which I haven't opened yet. And we'll do that right now. Get the plastic off of it. And we'll go from there. Okay, like I said, this is definitely a must because of the open air cleaner that I stuck on. All right, let's see what we got here. Take this out. Come on. There we go. And they did the Fuelpack 3. The difference between the 3 and 4 is the size of it. If you have a 3, you can see this is much smaller. Or the 4, I mean, is much smaller. The 3 is about that long. So we'll see. Let's see what we got here. Plug this in. And I don't know if that will tuck up there. I don't have enough room up underneath here to be able to leave it set. So I don't know, because underneath here is the belt. Maybe if we zip tie it there, if I can get a zip tie on it, that might do the trick right there. Let's just see if it'll stay in place while I put this back up here. See what we got. Come on, line up. Yeah, I don't think that's quite going to cut it. Take my glasses off here. I wear glasses for distance. I do not need them for up close. So let's see. Yeah, that's not going to cut it there. So I think it may be this rubber cap that's holding it. Let's see what we got here. Tuck that like that. Now let's come around here. See what we got now. Come on. Yeah, I think it's the rubber cap. I believe that's stopping it from going on. And of course, just drop back down. I don't know if there's enough room. Try to slide it underneath, like so. That may do the trick. What I just did here was I slid it laying sideways on top of the primary. I don't know if that's going to get too hot. See, this is where the issue comes in. There's really, and that's why they made this smaller. They actually made this smaller because there's no room on these newer bikes with the way they put them together. There's no room for mounting anything really under the side covers. There's very little room whatsoever. So again, I don't know if that'll be too hot. Like I said, it can slide under there. I don't know, maybe in the front. I don't know. This is what makes it tough. It's like I said, there's just no room. I don't know, up under here maybe. Let's see if that'll sit there. In between, just above the transmission, and then I could run a couple zip ties on that maybe and put it there. See if the cover will go back on. Of course, you're going to keep moving on me. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's still, it's not snapping on all the way. Yeah, it's not quite, it's not snapping into place on the bottom grommet. So it is being held up. Trying to see what I got here. Maybe if we route it like this. But again, that's going to expose the plug, which I really don't want to do. Unless I have to. And then that's going to be in the place of the... Let's see. Yeah, see, that's still in the way of the... That bottom grommet's not even hooking in. So, this is, you know, again, it's kind of a cluster the way they have this bike made. Because there really is no... It won't fit up behind there. I don't know. And this is what I'm trying to show you guys here. If I can get it figured out, then at least you know where you got to put it. What'll work for you. So I don't know if it'll hold here. It may sit here okay. Like tucked right up underneath here next to the rear screw for the side cover. I don't know if I can get a... So this is kind of where this was sitting originally, which will work. But is that enough room? That should be enough room, I think, for the... But the idea is now, can I get a zip tie? All right, let me grab a zip tie. We're going to see if it'll go there. If it'll go there, I think that'll give enough room. I believe that'll give enough room for it to hold into place. If we can get up behind this, because there is not a lot of room. All right, let's see. How about if we put this here? I got a million zip ties, so I don't care if I waste a couple trying to figure out a spot. All right, let's see. How about like that? Stay there. That might work. We could get this plug, this rubber plug, back underneath. Maybe give it a little bit of support on the backside, like that, out of the way. Now, will that work? Let's see what we got. Still not popping into place for that bottom grommet. It's close, but not quite cutting it. Nope, that ain't it. Come here, you. You go on there. Yeah, that ain't quite cutting it. Or did that? No, that still didn't get it. Very strange. It's just not, there's just not enough room there. And I'm going to need to run with it on there in order to do an auto tune. So it looks like for now, I may just have to upload and do the, just going to be a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. I can load the tune, but I can't run the auto tune. Because I want to re-put those heat shields on, because, you know, the back of the heads on this, left side is okay, right side it gets extremely hot. So I don't know, again, if I take it this way and try to zip tie it up under there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get this plug back into place. Let's see if we run to the bottom of it. Come on. Yeah, it is just not, it's not looking good, let's put it that way. In order to leave it on there, it's not looking like it's going to work. There's no, don't think there's enough room, but there's no room up top here. Once the seat is on, it's not going to sit up in the top here. And the wire is not long enough to come from the other side, because there is a little bit of room on the opposite side. But this plug, there's no way, I mean, it's probably 4 inches too short. Let's see. Yeah, this is, as Derek from Vice Grip Garage would say, this is mind-boggling, because there's just no room for it. There's no place for it to go. I mean, this wire won't even go through. The plug won't go through here. I don't know if I take some things apart, but I don't want to rip too much apart. Yeah, see, that's because this pin is, this is bolted to the frame here, so that won't move down enough to get this plug room, to give the plug room to get through. I don't know, I mean, if we had to unpin the plug end, it could always be unpinned, but that kind of defeats the purpose. Again, there's just no room here for this to tuck, maybe like that. Maybe that'll work, possibly. Let's see if this cover will go back up now. Huh. Oh, you're out here. What are you doing out here? All right, troublemaker out here. Why is that not? Yeah, see, that's still not clearing. All right, I'll be back. My grandson arrived. All right, we're back again, visiting with my grandson for a minute. I bought him one of those Harley trikes with the sounds and the bike sound. Looks like it's got a fairing on it, so he wanted to come over and play with it today. So Mom just brought him over to play. All right, I think I figured something out with it. Okay. I took the 6-pin connector up under here. I put the rubber plug back underneath it here. And I think if I take double-sided tape on this and stick it inside the cover itself, okay, I have this stuff, okay, sort of like what you do for an easy pass. I think if I put that on and then put it here like this, it seems to be enough room to get the cover back on without a problem. So I think that that's what we're going to do. It's just a matter of getting it in the right spot. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the Velcro, the plastic type Velcro, stick that in there, and I'll show you guys how I have it, but I'm almost positive that that will actually do the trick. That way I can leave the fuel pack on the bike to get the auto tune in. Well, you know, basically once the auto tune portion is done, it's no longer necessary to stay on the bike. You don't need to leave it. You know, like you can use it to monitor things, but I've never done that with my Fuelpack 3. You know, obviously if you have a problem, you can get a check engine code out of it, things like that. But I've never felt the need to where I had to do it on my Street Glide, on my Switchback when I had it. So I really don't think it's necessary. So what I'm going to do is cut some pieces like this that I can stick to the back of the fuel pack like this, and then I'm going to stick it up inside the cover, and I'm pretty sure it'll stay right where it needs to be because this stuff is pretty strong. You know, it holds easy pass on the bike windshield at speed, so without a problem. So I'm going to cut 4 pieces real quick, and we're going to, my dog is at the door again, so we're going to stick that inside the cover. Where I'm going to put it, I'm pretty sure it'll clear, and in that way it'll give you guys the idea of where it needs to go should you get one for your Sport Glide, or actually pretty much all the soft tails are made the same here. So, alright, let's see where we're at here. I'm going to do this, lock them together, and then what we do is we peel the backing off. And I'm going to stick it to each end of the fuel pack like this. See how that goes on there? Okay, right there. And then I'm positive it'll work sticking up on there so the cover can go back on and stay on. All right, so what I want to do is put one up this end now, like this. Like that. And I'm sure that this will push on and stay on. That'll hold it in place so this cover can go back on. So I just want to be sure of where I want it before I stick it back on. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure that that's going to work. I'm going to push the cover back on, get it back into its grommets here. Come on, get on there. Keep missing the top one. There we go. All right, now, enough room for the screw to go in. All right, let's see. Let's adjust this a little bit. What I want to try to do is figure out exactly, there we go. Is that going to work? Is that going to hold? And I keep missing the bottom grommet. Is that on? I think that's on. Yep, that's good there. And that screw can go back into it. So let's see what we got. Pop this back off again. Maybe try it right there. And like I said, once I get it, obviously you guys can't see what I'm doing here, but once I get it into place, I'll pull it back off and I'll show you right where I'm putting it. Come on. It's like trying to line it up. You can't see squat. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could get it in place. And I missed the bottom one again. There it goes. Okay. So that's there. Now, let me see where I'm at. And I think that that'll work. So, actually, I may not even stick the... That's on. It's in place. I think I'm just going to run the screw in instead of sticking the Velcro on there. We'll leave it as it is. Run the screw on, and then we'll see what we got. Really. Let me run the screw back in the side cover. So, run this in. Bike is filthy too from sitting in the garage here over the winter. I rode it a few times when there was no salt on the road. So, and it got dirty. All right, everything's in place. So, let's see what we got here. Let me get the key. Get my phone. And we'll see if we can connect to it. It's probably going to need updating, I imagine. Alright, let me do this. Turn off my Wi-Fi. Because out here in my garage I don't get really good signal. So we're just going to rely on the 5G, so to speak. All right, let's see. And that should turn on. Let's go here. Okay, gotta turn on the Bluetooth. All right, let's see. So I imagine it's this, because that's what it picked up right away. See if we can sync with that. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing here. Pairing unsuccessful. All right, let's see. There we go. Let's see if that'll do it now. Alright, switch is on. I don't know what the heck it's doing. Seems to be taking a long time. There's no directions in the box for it. Well, that's taken quite some time. What did we do here? Still trying to connect. I may have to go into some troubleshooting mode because it is not. Shouldn't take this long. It doesn't take this long on my FP4. Don't know why it's taking that long. Like I said, it shouldn't. It should definitely not take that long. You're not going to sit there either, are you? Nope, that ain't going to stay. Kind of hoping I could set it up in a spot, but it's not. All right. All right, I'm going to stop you for a minute because we got to figure out troubleshooting here. And just a quick update for you guys. It still has not connected. I've tried 6, 7 different things. Nothing is working to make it connect. At this time, to be honest with you, I would not recommend a Vance and Hines Fuelpack 4 whatsoever. The Fuelpack 3 on my Street Glide connected within 3 minutes. Was done, and I was uploading maps. I've been screwing with this thing now for, oh my God, probably an hour since the last time I turned the camera off, and it is getting absolutely nowhere. Like I said, I have tried 7 ways from Sunday to get this thing to connect. Unfortunately, it is a Sunday, so Vance and Hines, nobody is there. With all of these issues, I probably should have gone with a Screaming Eagle, even though they're garbage too. But this Fuelpack 4, as of right now, I do not recommend it. I would not recommend it to anybody to install to their motorcycle with these issues. This is absolutely ridiculous. They don't have, I have an iPhone, brand new iPhone, and they have no videos showing how to actually connect the software with an iPhone. All they show is their Android on their YouTube channel. And I tried to search the web. There's no other information out there. And like I said, this thing now has been sitting here like this for now, let's see, 2:27. Been sitting here now for almost 10 minutes, and this is all it's doing. It is not connecting. So why it's doing this, I wish I could tell you, and I can't. Unfortunately, like I said, Vance and Hines is closed for the day. I'll have to try to get a hold of them tomorrow and see what they say. But I did find a couple videos on YouTube of people having problems with the FP4. And thankfully, I guess when they did it, they were able to pick up an FP3 before they were obsolete. And, you know, they were able to connect that instantly. So, all right, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll see what we end up doing here. This thing cost me $400, and I can tell you I want my money back. It's not going to work. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, as you can see, I finally got it working. It is about 4 hours since I started. Ended up having to delete the app, reset everything, refire my phone up, re-download the app, and then it finally connected. So as you can see, I'm in the midst of flashing a tune. Of course, they don't have one for my setup. So I had to guess at what I think it should be. And I had to go with a Vance and Hines 2-in-1 stainless exhaust, which is about as close as I can get until I can actually run a an auto tune. So let's see, it's supposed to reconnect. Okay. Maintenance. Clear codes. Okay, very good. So that's done. And we'll go back to the main menu. Come on. All right, very good. So supposedly that's now tuned. Let's see. Let's view what's on there. Okay. Well, supposedly now it's tuned, so we shall see until once I get ready to start auto tuning. Hopefully it reconnects without having to go through the BS I just went through half the day. All right. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Not sure I would recommend this Fuelpack 4 right at this time. Like I said, I'm going to have to go through, use it, and make sure if I'm still having problems, I definitely would not recommend it to you. All right, but for now, we'll see what happens. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, I forgot to add how I showed you I was going to put the tuner inside the cover here. That's exactly where it's sitting, only I did not use the two-sided tape to hold it in place. I just put it up in there, held it in while I popped the front of the two grommets on, and then the screw went right in without a problem. So that's where it's sitting. One of the issues I did find was that, I guess when they put this LED light kit and all the wiring on, they ended up moving the plug for the data connector, unless he was running a tuner also. I don't know. I think he was, but I can't say for sure. But the data connector was not where it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be midway up in the block, and there's actually a holder for it, and it wasn't there when I took it apart. So it was actually down, twisted up in the wiring down underneath towards the bottom of the side cover. So I put that back where it belonged, and then that gave enough room to put the tuner sitting. It's actually just resting right here. So, and then we'll see. So, all right. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.